Figured this ship would have departed by now.
You know how Sentinels are. They're plenty of traitors and instigators.
Do your job as a
Quick one's over.
every
Back again. Thought we were done for now. You again. I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. The cipher, right. I managed to memorize it before I was nabbed. 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Kind of you to offer, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander?
The others paid with their blood to protect the cause. How can I be unwilling to do the same? All right. I'm going to trust you on this, if only because I don't feel my head screwed on quite right at the moment. I just hope you're not wrong. No point in remaining here then, is there? I'll need you to find a way to unlock the gate to this pen. If you can't unlock it through nimble fingers, one of those freshly made corpses nearby should have a keycard on them. Talk about prepared. Quickly then, unlock the gate. Well done. I can manage from here. Tell Zeb I'll rendezvous with him later, once I've identified a safe place to meet. One last request. Don't damage the transport. A lone escapee is already insult, but a Sentinel killed, her transport destroyed? The Protectorate won't ignore such outright injury. Anyway, thank you again. Look after yourselves.
I know what Audra said, but what if she's wrong? I can't help thinking we shouldn't leave without blooding in the Protectorate's nose first. I could still go through with our plan from before. Sabotage the transport, make it look like an accident. Wouldn't be hard. I'm torn. On the one hand, Audra might be right. But when else are we gonna have a chance to take out one of the Consul's lackeys and a Protectorate vessel in one go? She was ready to fulminate herself before we talked her out of it. I'm just saying, maybe she ain't thinking so straight. That Sentinel's not gonna stop. She'll find new targets, new people to torture and kill. If we do nothing now, their blood will be on our hands. I've spent 10 years on the sidelines, watching people suffer, not being able to do a thing about it. We can do something here. So shouldn't we? I hate it when you're right. Tempting as it be to watch that Sentinel fry, best not to risk the blowback. I appreciate you helping me sort this out. Let's get back to Zeb. He still needs a cipher, and he'll want to hear about what happened with Audra.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Ready to assist the agent's movements. Commander, you are
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits. In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, this entire series, which took considerable time to assemble, I might add. A form of manipulatory ideation disguised as popular entertainment, intended to sway the audience to their point of view, couched within just a crackingly exciting narrative. Specifically, an Earth Directorate periodical featuring beloved fictional characters Commander Zane and Buddy. An effective mental conditioning device. And right thrilling. It was a popular fiction periodical from not long ago. Each of its 10 volumes featured an exhilarating cover illustration depicting Zane and Buddy's thrilling exploits. Whether they faced automechanical industrialists or robber magnates from the Plutocrian kleptocracy, their tales remained invigorating thrill rides. The line represented a growth of the medium from the less sophisticated 2-bit dreadful, both in style and effectiveness. Its remarkable popularity not only mirrored a rise in public sentiment against greedy corporations and tyrannical governments across colonies. The brief window surrounding the volume's release saw a marked increase in skip drone requests for Earth Directorate aid. I believe there remains much to learn from them. I'll admit, Commander Zane and Buddy's exploits make for a sensational read. They saved Carnefeller's brain, for instance. Oh, and Mammon Incorporated, of course, too. So no, I am not immune to their considerable charms, but my interests in recovering them are strictly professional, I can assure you. Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes, and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
Looks like some hands-on research gone bad.
to hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm at it.
Providing aid. Consider your choice of target.
My favorite new scout! Did you find the ferrochromium deposits? All of them? Oh, once I'm free to roam again, I am going to make a heap on these. Going to have finder's rights and royalties on half the island. Thanks heaps for your help, friend. I hope those resources you found help you turn a big profit. And here's a bonus for you. Well, that's plenty for me to run claim paperwork on for now. Just by way of a heads up, our scouts never made it to the North Island. There could be more there. That's the spirit. Where there's a will for bits, there's a way to bits. Ferrochromium and Heartless Lephoria are relatively rare and valuable, but aren't new. We first set lamps on them elsewhere in Arcadia. Not to worry, though, friend. There's lots of other much more rare resources out there that might even be unique to a single moon. Get out there and get surveying.
You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Ah, hell. I've stood this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
Mind you don't let the bosses upstairs hear you say that. They might start getting ideas in their head.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how
Minister, I'm telling you I can do more. I've been proving myself to you time and again, haven't I? All I'm asking is a mite of trust. Let me fix my arm, and I'll...
Calm down. You know the risks you enhanced troopers present. My utilizing you at all was a kindness on your behalf.
I'll calm down when you stop braying your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies.
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more menial jobs where that came from.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Easier to lead with fewer targets nibbling at your psyche. Loose your words. I'm listening. Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report? Just that Milver Street requested her presence for some mission. Normally I'd demand to be paid, but I was just glad to get her some work. Trooper Sealong was one of my best enhanced soldiers, but never took to her grafts. Been uncertain what I could rely on her for. So Milver Street holds her contract. At least for now. Trooper Sealong ain't a fragile wallflower. She's a soldier. And even at reduced efficacy, she's worth 15 of any grunt picked at random. She's got a contract. And she ain't so far gone we can't make use of her. But the fact is, her grafts are holding her back, and it's only getting worse. Don't let it bother you. Now, let's talk helping you. There's a bridge gating entry to the northern part of the island. You want to get to the Vox? First step is getting through it. There's an alternate path, but it's blocked by Zeranium. I'll order my troops at the forward operating base to aid you, and you'll punch through together. From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox's defenses. Oh, Auntie, I cannot believe what transpired. My troops defied their orders and captured the bridge. Such a shame we can't shoot soldiers for taking their own initiative. Sound convincing? Considered a career in the performance department years ago. Met Milver Street. Transferred out, so did he. At least I've realized I ain't still on stage. It's a Protectorate power generation facility. Utilizes the wilds of the air currents to turn generator rotors or some such nonsense. I care more for logistics than engineering. A heap of fighting. My troops at the forward operating base will assist you, but if you can secure any greater advantages, you'd best do so. The Yaysayers sense they'll soon be cornered and fight all the more fiercely thereof. It won't be easy, but it's the most direct route to the Vox. Wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a spratwurst. Give me the no-frills, disposable quality of Auntie's choice any day. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out, I'd give you a much quieter route to the Vox. Much as I'd like the bridge's clearing. Once you pass to the northern end of the island and enter the Skycutter, you'll need to find the tower's power routing controls. Mayhaps you can wreak some chaos at the Vox. Step light, though. There's no Protectorate gallivanting near the tower, which, like as any, means something bloodthirsty lurks within. Stay intact.
Welcome. Glad to have you back. Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies, talk to my friend the quartermech here. Quartermaster Automechanical or Automechanical Quartermaster are a mouthful no matter how you spin it. And I despise inefficiency. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick. When the attack unfolded, I was fixing the automechanicals who laid down their gears in our defense. Our leaders failed to do the same, which makes them more cowardly than an automech. I did my part to uphold the Protectorate. Can they say the same? Now what'll it be? You'd think that a fully stocked automechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory. There wouldn't be much point. Much as I'm fond of the quartermech, it couldn't even tell you the time of day. You're not implying the quartermech is somehow responsible, are you? I'd hate for the big guy to get in trouble. Fair's fair. Better to pay now than lose my favorite quartermech later. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
I assume you two have met already? Delphinia? No. I doubt she stole what I would have given her freely. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
Warning, this unit detects heightened levels of ambient zeranium. State your business. This unit is incapable of misplacement. All transported goods are relocated in accordance with this unit's given directives.
Well, it was worth a shot.
May this unit be of further assistance? Initiating commerce.
See you soon, I hope.
My erstwhile assistant returns. To what do I owe the pleasure? Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that. Until a more convenient date and time.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Outside.
All this together.
Welcome back.
Rich natural resources represent a fascinating.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Certainly. What would you like to know? Our society is built of layers, with the benevolent sovereign at the top. The vigilant are directly beneath him, supporting him, helping to enact the paradigm. We are also tasked with leading the rest of the subjects. There are varying degrees of vigilant leadership needed, depending on where in the hierarchy a subject may be. Why, even the Sentinels rely on our guidance, regardless of their thoughts on the matter. But our true calling is to lead the lower classes, who are the beating heart of our society. I suppose when Auntie is eventually driven from our fair island, the Sentinels will be coming for me, traitor that I am. Is there anything else? That is most excellent. Please, hand them over. Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Why, isn't it obvious? As vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us. Marshal Corbin, as with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare. Oh, I don't doubt your abilities, but the prospects remain exceedingly poor. The facility is exceptionally well guarded, and forces there are the pinnacle of protectorate training. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer my sentence. Any chances of me avoiding my fate are quite slim, I fear. Farewell now.
Each of us does our part, produces glorious invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystems.
I was sad.
Like those metal
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad.
choice. So don't fret. The system is resilient.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts? Why, thank you kindly, outsider. No, friend. Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh? Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport. Not exactly. All the underlying logic's the same, if you mull it over. I've been trained to run them big algae processing units, which are a fair amount more complex. It's just... subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I am happy to help the system abide any way I am able. I think he's bearing up admirably given recent events. Which, of course, are completely fine, and we are all in no way concerned about. The system being resilient and all. Hogarth's reliable as the Arcadian sun. I mean, I know it'll burn out in about 12 billion years and all, but considering our meager lifespan, that's plenty dependable enough for me. Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides. Well, mechs do all the heavy work for us in the Protectorate. Just like each of us, each type of mech has their assigned specialty. Takes a little doing, but you can readjust them. A combat mech can be reconfigured to oversee comestible distribution, for instance. Or mine or harvest crops. All you need is the know-how to retool their subroutines. And the right parts. Plenty of parts. Granted, reprogrammed mechs are never as efficient as those specially made for a role, but they get by, eventually, after a fashion. Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. We lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course. Curativist Row is a fine sort, pillar of our community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that wine-trot fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess. What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
You've returned, but where are the others?
We pulled Audra out before she got herself blown up for the cause, but we were too late to save the others. A Sentinel worked them over real bad. I'm sorry, Zeb.
Damn the Protectorate! I'm certain you did all you could. And I'm especially grateful you were able to rescue Audra. I'd be at sea without her. And what of the Cypher?
Don't worry, Commander. I got this one. The cipher is 02519W.
Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly. Customers? Oh, you mean patrons. And they spit? How unhygienic. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
hydrated water. Just add air. Now available in carbonated.